The Chicago teachers' strike has entered its second week, while Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel says he's taking legal action to force teachers to return to work immediately. The city and the teachers' union agreed on a framework of a deal Friday, but on Sunday, the Chicago Teachers Union House of Delegates decided to continue the strike until Tuesday, giving members more time to review the proposed contract. This is Chicago Teachers Union President Karen Lewis.
I mean, people will always have some conversation about what the contract looks like. The key is on Tuesday we will be coming back to determine whether or not they're going to suspend the strike. At this moment, they don't feel that way. Well, they're not happy with the agreement. They would like it to be actually a lot better for us than it is. I mean, clearly, a contract is always a set of negotiations. No sides are ever completely happy, but our members are not happy. And they want to have the opportunity to talk to their members to see, they still want to know, is there anything more they can get? We've told them basically that we feel that this is the deal that the board had. They still want to have the opportunity to discuss it. When you have expectations of democracy, then that's what happens. So people have exercised that.
Public school teacher and Chicago Teachers Union delegate David Hernandez says the media created false expectations of the strike ending based purely on the fact that the union held a vote over the issue.
I think many of the individuals that are reporting on the story don't understand how a union operates. They automatically assume that when a press release is given, that based on that an agreement will be reached, or they can expect us to go back to work. I think that's the beauty of unions, that's the beauty of what this leadership is championed, is the importance of making sure that individuals, rank and file members, have the ability to speak and take a look at a contract that they may not approve of.
In response, Mayor Emanuel said he was filing a court injunction that would force the teachers to end the strike. He said in a statement, quote, "This continued action by union leadership is illegal on two grounds. It is over issues that are deemed by state law to be non-strikeable, and it endangers the health and safety of our children." Fred Klonsky, education blogger, retired public school teacher, and former union president of the Park Ridge Education Association, says he believes the strike is legal under Illinois state law and that union lawyers will prevail in court.
I think that the CTU attorneys will argue that although state law prohibits a strike in Chicago, and only Chicago, over anything but financial issues, that in fact the strike has been over financial issues, and that it allowed them to also negotiate and bargain over broader questions. But they abided by the law. The strike was called over salary and benefits, and I think that their attorneys will be able to show that.
On Saturday, thousands rallied at Chicago's Union Park to show their support for the ongoing strike. Here are some of their voices.
So respect the teachers. Respect the teachers. Save the children. Respect the teachers. Save the children. Teaching matters. Books matter. Libraries matter. Well-rounded education matters. Support the teachers. Save the children. We learn together. We live together. Red and yellow. Brown, black, and white. We're all precious in God's sight. Everybody is somebody. Through it all, we struggle, and we will prevail. Keep hope alive. Let me hear you scream.
I think that we've seen 26,000 teachers, paraprofessionals in the schools get activated like they've never been before, and they've got a new sense of identity, a cohesion and solidarity with one another and with the parents that serve them. The parents they serve. So there's this incredible outpouring of support. We saw a conservative poll that showed 67% of parents support the strike. It's unprecedented. I don't think anybody ever in their wildest imagination would have thought that parents were as frustrated and identified to the extent that they do with teachers who are standing up for better schools. So, we've seen people be creative and going spontaneously to aldermanic offices challenging city leadership around the issues and their refusal to budge on things like oversized classrooms, lack of social workers. We have a violence crisis in our city, and yet there's nothing being done to put more resources into our communities, into our schools, into the institutions families depend on. So there's been this huge activation of our membership in a way that we never thought possible, and people are feeling their power and strength and their ability to really change these policies.
I think teachers, parents took a stand against a system that's been run by both the mayor and a lot of the mayor's friends, and it's been that way since about 1995 in this town. However, in this past year, this mayor took a particularly aggressive tone toward teachers, students, and parents. What happened this week with a one-week strike, which hopefully will be resolved in the next few days, I hope will recalibrate the power here in Chicago a bit. It's still going to be a mayoral-controlled school system, but I'm hoping that he starts to consider input from the parents and the communities and the teachers around town when he makes his next sweeping proposals.
Reporting for The Real News, this is Jessel Noor in Chicago.